Hello again team, it's Jess or Jessica on behalf of the Archer and Olive design team coming to you with the what, why and how of bullet journal collections. This video does have a related blog post over on the Archer and Olive website, so if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to check out the link in the description to that post. While in this video we've mainly got an overview of what collections are, how they can be used and why you might want to do that, there is even more detail in that blog post, along with a free printable list with a huge range of bullet journal collection ideas for your inspiration. Also, the majority of the footage in this video comes from the setup of what I call my long-term collections journal, so if you're curious to see that one in full, be sure to jump over to my channel after this video. Jumping in though, what is a collection is probably one of the most commonly asked questions from people who are just getting started with the bullet journal system. I mean, to be fair, it's also a pretty common question from people who have been doing it for a while. A bullet journal collection is typically a page or several pages which contain related tasks or items. Effectively, you can think of a collection as a themed list or themed log. From that definition, you can probably see why the range of collections that you can include in your journal is vast. If we first think about considering the staples of the bullet journal system, these can also be considered as collections. So a key is a collection of items that are related by what they signify in your journal. The index is a collection of items that are related by where they're found in your journal. And then the future log, monthly log, and daily logs have items that are related by when they're going to happen. So that's our what, but why would you want to use collections in your journal? Honestly, the main reason is simplicity. If you collect tasks, items, or information together that fall into the same category, you know where to go looking for them. Take a grocery list for example. This is a collection, a place where you write down all the things you need to get next time you go to the shops. Now, imagine how not helpful it would be if those items were all mixed in throughout your daily or weekly logs, from the last however long. Rather than flipping through page after page, looking for all the relevant entries, and likely missing some in the process, instead you can come to one place in your journal that has them all easily referenceable. The process of setting up a new collection is super simple. Just turn to the next available page in your journal, give the page a heading, and then write down your collection items. Of course, the design of your collection is entirely up to you, but some common layout styles include lists, tables, graphs, or people often enjoy getting a bit more creative with how they present their collections. As mentioned before, this video does have a related blog post with more detail and examples of different collection designs, so be sure to check that one out by following the link in the description box. Collections are one of my favourite elements of the bullet journal system, so much that I actually made myself a completely separate journal for some of them, as you can see me setting up here. As I've been bullet journaling for a while now, I've also got some other tips that can help you when it comes to setting up your collections. The first is with regards to where to put your collections. So while the general premise for a bullet journal is to put anything new on the next available page, sometimes it can be useful having certain pages in specific places. Depending on the type or purpose of the collection that you're setting up, it might be helpful to instead organize your journal so that this is in the very front or the very back for easier referencing. Another way to make your collections easier to reference is by attaching things like tabs or lining the edge of the page with washi tape. The next idea is called page threading or collection threading, and this one is helpful for those collections that span multiple pages in your journal. This one is used to make the previous or next page of a collection easier to find. So for example, let's say that this page is the second of a multi-page collection. As you can see, this part of the collection is on page 43, and let's say that the previous page of the collection was on page 25. While you can always turn back to your index to figure out where each of the pages of this collection are, what can be more helpful is to thread this page to the previous one by writing the number 25 at the bottom of the page. This lets us know that to find the previous page of this collection, we just have to turn to page 25. Another idea is one that I've actually already mentioned, and we've been watching me set it up in this video, and that's the long-term collections journal. This is a separate journal where I set up collections that are going to last longer than my regular everyday journal, so longer than 6 months. This one's for the type of collections that I'm going to want to refer to over a long period of time, and don't want to have to set up over and over again with every new journal. Examples of the things that I include in here are things like my pin swatch pages, my lists of things to do when I have certain amounts of free time, and other reference collections. Question of the day for you though, what is one of your favourite collections in your journal? For me, it's probably my pen swatch pages, but I do have some more favourites highlighted in the blog post that accompanies this video. Make sure to check that one out to grab your free printable list of bullet journal collection ideas, and as always team, thank you for watching. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and until next time, bye!